Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Tally back again with another video for you all. I hope everyone out there is doing very well. All right, I'm good too. I'm headed over to the gym. It's Tuesday, so I usually do Zumba. I love it because I like to dance and it's a real deal workout. So, just mixing those two together is amazing for me. I'm also late too, so I'm trying to get over there as soon as possible. Yeah. And I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about self-love because, I'm on this journey, guys, and I'm learning a lot. I never proclaim to know everything about it. It's just basically a thing that you have to really learn as you go, especially if you don't know many people around you who could be on the journey, or you've never seen people who come before you, like your mom, your sisters, anybody that you have in your life, any women in your life on that journey. So it's new territory basically, right? And that's where I'm at with it. And one thing that I see about self-love, is that it can hurt. And that's the part that people do not tell you about, or that's the part that people don't really know about. Or when they make all those like Instagram reels and they make it seem so beautiful, which it is. Don't get me wrong, but they make it seem so beautiful. They make it seem it's really mostly about self-care, which is like keeping yourself up, your nails, your hair, your dress code, the way you dressed, all of that, and that is a part of it. Self-care is definitely a part of it. Don't get me wrong. That's the beautiful part of it. But there is a side of it that hurts. And when we begin to talk about things such as rejecting things in your life that don't bring you peace, rejecting things that don't make you feel good about yourself, rejecting things that in your spirit that is not for you, when we talk about things like that, that's where the hard part begins. Because like I said in my last video, I put this status on Facebook. I said, when you're single and dating, your cutoff game must be immaculate. And 100%, I stand behind that. All of us, the goal to achieve here is to have your cutoff game be immaculate in the name of single and dating, in the name of self-care, in this name of self-love when you are on this journey. Because you have to be able to relatively quickly realize what is not for you and be able to reject it from your life if you want to stay focused on this journey. It's imperative. It is important, because any little thing could get you off balance and off focus, and it's just not a good feeling to go back. Okay, this journey is not a linear journey, which means that it's not just going up, up, up. It's gonna be up, down, dips. As long as you moving towards up, but it's gonna be up, down, up, down. There's gonna be some dips. All right, so expect that. Okay, that's just life. Nothing's just like a perfect shoot straight. No, it's gonna be some ups and some setbacks. You have to expect that, but you never want any kind of little minor thing, or even if it's more than minor, to unfocus you, unbalance you, and then you see you was going up like this and then you're going down, down, down. You don't want that, bro. So you have to be able to identify what's not for you in a relatively quickly amount of time and reject it. And when I say relative, that means what's quick for someone else may not be quick for you, but it still needs to be quick. It still needs to be quick, baby. And I say all that to say that the part that hurts is rejecting something that you actually want. We're always saying that, oh, I'm not going to allow things in my life that don't bring me peace, that don't bring me this, that don't make me feel good, that don't add value to me, this and that. But What happens when the thing that you have to reject and say that you don't want this for you is something that you really want? That's the hard part. That's the part that hurts. When something comes into your life, it could be some kind of lucrative opportunity where you could make some good money off of, but it doesn't fit your standard morally. It could be somebody that you're dating that really intrigues you and really stimulates your mind, and you treat you a certain way that maybe you've never been treated before, or you haven't been treated in a long time. Someone that you really connect with. And that person could be all those things and still not be for you. That person can be all those things and still not be what you need for your life, for your journey, for your purpose. That person could be all those things and still not be compatible with you. They could treat you a way you've never been treated before. You can have very intellectual, stimulating conversations. And I've had that with many different people. But when it came down to the nitty-gritty of things, we were still I don't know if it's incompatible or uncompatible, whatever. We were still not compatible. And that is the part that hurts many of us. That's the part that hurts. And let me tell you where it hurts, guys. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but when you have to reject something that's not for you, what we said like a business opportunity or like a person. It could be a person, place, or thing. I always use that. A person, a place, or a thing. And this is where it hurts, guys. You feel it in your chest right here. And that feeling goes down into like your gut right here, right? Under your chest and in your stomach. You feel that pain. And it's not a physical, actual pain. It's actually an emotional pain that it's like a longing in your mind for something, and then an emotional pain that is right here. And like I said, this is what I was going to say. I put a status on Facebook saying that your cutoff game has to be immaculate. Of course, that status came back and tested me, and somebody came into my life where this person was like a cool person, a very cool person. I really enjoyed my time with this person, but at the end of the day, this person was not for me, and I had to cut this person off. Though I only entertained this for 3 weeks max, it still was hurtful to cut this person off. It still was hurtful to say, like, listen, this is not right for me. I can't continue to do this. Even though it was an act of self-love, even though I'm doing it because I have to honor myself. I have to honor who I am. I have to honor the woman I'm becoming. And I have to be able to let go of anything that I feel in my spirit is not for me. Even though that was the right thing to do, even though that was the self-love thing to do, practicing that level of self-love, it still hurt. It still hurt. It's still an emotional pain. It is still like, dang, I really had a good companion for a certain number of weeks, and now I have to let this person go, and now I'm left here, once again, it's just me and God. Once again, it's just me and God. And at this moment in time, I have built a better relationship with God. So it being just me and God, it's cool. It is real cool. Trust me. And I immediately recentered my focus back on the goals, back on the journey. It's like it got a little bit off. It got a little bit unfocused, not all the way, but just a little bit. But when I was able to let this person know, listen, it's not working for me. I have to do what I got to do. Me immediately recentered on my focus, and it feels great to be refocused. It feels great to be centered and with my goals at the forefront. It feels great. So being back here, I can't say that I feel like lonely or desperate, because those feelings, those are far from me. I keep those feelings far from me because there's a bigger picture there's a bigger picture at work here. I know what I want for my life. I know the goals I want. I know there's something I need to accomplish here. So being focused is a great thing for me. Being on track is amazing. I'll never take that for granted. I am grateful that I'm even able to stay focused and as centered as I've been on the goals that I have for me. So this is something that I'm just grateful for. Grateful, period. Okay, but there is still, even in these few weeks that I spent with this person, there is still a little bit of pain, a bearable pain from having to let this person go. So I say all of that to say this, like, again, I only spent a few weeks with that person. Imagine you spent a few months, a few years, more than a few years, several decades with a person that you had to finally realize, you probably already knew this from the beginning, but you just, disregarded it. And you finally have to realize, this person is taking too much away from me. It's not adding value to me. It's not, it's like I don't honor myself. I'm not able to honor myself while I'm with this person. This person takes away from my self-love. Like, you have to realize all of that. Imagine having to realize that a few years into a relationship, more than a few years, several decades, several months into a relationship. If I had that little bit of pain from that, I could imagine, but I could barely imagine how much pain someone who has to realize it at that further point, how much pain that they have to go through. Now that might be unbearable. So through that, I have realized the reason why a lot of people, they don't want to let certain things go. And it doesn't have to be a person. It could be a place, or it could be a thing. You have to figure out what that thing is to you, what that place, what that person is for you. But I realize why so many people don't want to let certain things go, because the pain can seem unbearable. And especially when you don't even have a foundation with God, or a foundation of just you trying to figure out you going on your own self-love journey. When you don't have that foundation and that base prior to everything that you had going on with whatever person, place, or thing, if you don't have that foundation, it's going to be even tougher, because you're going to feel like you have nothing to go back to. You're going to feel like you just have to start everything over from scratch. And I still believe it's worth it. I still believe that if you have to start everything over from scratch and you don't have a basis or foundation, you should still trust God, and you could create that basis and foundation, and you're going to look back at it as the best thing that you've ever did for yourself in life. Even though there's a lot of pain that you're going to have to endure to get there, when you look back at it, you're going to be like, I thank God that I made this decision. But I'm just letting you guys know that now I understand even more the pain that comes along with that. Having to reject, having to let go of something that you don't want to let go of. And that's the painful part of self-love. The painful part of self-love is when you actually want that thing, when you actually want to stay in that place, when you actually want that person and you built a bond with that person. That's the painful part of self-love. Having to let it go when you actually really want it. So that's the part of self-love that I wanted to bring to you all's attention today. That this is a part of the journey. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I didn't tell you this to get scared. Don't get scared, because at the end of the day, me honoring myself and being able to do what I did, there's a part of me that's ignited. There's a part of me that feels great about it. There's a part of me that says, yeah, like, you got this. Yes, it gives me strength. It gives me so much courage. It makes me feel so much better about myself. Yes. But there's also a part where it's painful. And with that being said, I also recommend to not even get into situations that you feel or you already know up front is not going to serve you. Don't even try to waste your time like that, because I feel like people try to get into situations, or they allow themselves to be in situations that they know is not even going to be it. It's not it. You know it's not it from the very beginning, but you just want to have a little fun. You just want to test the waters. And some people end up permanently being in those situations where you wasn't even supposed to be in. You wasn't even supposed to talk to this person, have any kind of relationship with this person at all. You wasn't even supposed to give this person a conversation, but because you was playing around, you ended up going further with somebody, doing a season or more with somebody that you weren't even supposed to be talking to. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention and, you know, talk a little bit about another side of self-love, you know? So I hope you guys got something from this. I'm almost at the gym. I'll talk to y'all soon. More to come. Love y'all.